Looks like everybody has already gone in. Wait a minute. Never mind. Thing we should head
Why are you
into?
asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Alright then.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What? The game's got a time limit too? Whoa! What the hell? Who is this?
Fuck if I know. Look, it doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Yeah, right. Hey guys, get over here. We found someone. There's a lady over here. She's unconscious. I didn't wait for a response, just turned around and followed fire into the room. We knelt down next to the woman and turned her over as gently as we could. All that greeted us was blood. She's covered in blood. I leaned down to listen to her mouth. Nothing. No breath. With shaking hands, I felt against her neck for a pulse. No movement, just cold skin.
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
Is she?
Quark, don't look. Somebody get Quark out of here.
Okay, come on, Quark.
Then she's...
Yeah. She's not breathing and I can't find a pulse. Her body's already cold, so I'm guessing she was murdered a while ago.
Murdered?
Does this look like an accident or a suicide to you?
Looks like she was stabbed. Don't see a weapon around here, though. That means either the killer took it with them, or it was part of them.
Part of them?
Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands, then they might be able to stab someone in the heart.
What are you suggesting?
It's just a joke. Don't take it so seriously. Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
Dear Kay and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Wow, you need 3 people to carry an old dead woman. That's hilarious. Perhaps, and Kay's there as well, which means Kay should be able to lift her all by himself. Depending however the armor is. But I suspect the armor would be able to help. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else. But whenever the reason, Temioji only stared. His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to its breaking point, but it was his eyes and caught my attention. He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring towards us, a smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost at the infirmary that I realized Temioji hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we'd found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance. He's breathing heavy and labored, and his movements slow and shuffling, as if his body was suddenly made of lead. Infirmary. The old woman's body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old dry piece of wood. We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed as if we were afraid she might break. She looks so peaceful. Almost like she's going to wake up any minute now.
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, I feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
She did say that before.
I'm just going to have a look at the wound. If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but... What?
I have a medical license.
You're a nurse?
No.
You're a doctor.
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Sorry.
What's that thing around her neck, by the way? That bluebird thing.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform an autopsy?
Oh,
That smile is still creeping me out, Clover.
I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an ATOM. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
Ah, yes, I remember.
Oh yeah? And just how the hell do you remember that?
Because Alice, Clover, and I examined this entire room.
So you think you can use it to perform some kind of autopsy?
Yes. I think I should be able to manage that.
Luna ran the scanner of the body, then turned back to the terminal. The display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. Female, 65 to 75 years, deceased, exaggeration. Estimated time of death is 4 hours. So she was, whatever exsanguination is that sort of caused the death. Damage trajectory, weapon entered through the fourth intercostal piercing heart. Wound margin clean, continuous, one shot, one blunt, 150 millimeters, 30 millimeters, and 3 millimeters in width and stuff like that. Conclusion, based on the characteristics described above, there is a 95% chance the wound was caused by a sharp, single-bladed instrument. Huh? Yeah, I don't really get it. What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet or something?
It means a tool of some sort. A knife, probably.
In other words, she was stabbed in the heart, right?
So when it says instrument, it just means it's the tool of choice.
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms, specifically the one farthest to the left.
Sort of. I had this little suspicion before. It had a look at the rooms, and I looked at it and I realized there was a gap on the right side. And not only is this diagram showing it, but I clearly remember the rooms were all stacked to the right. It's like one of them was moved or something, and if I had to guess, it was Luna's one. Now, Luna's awesome as a character, but if I'm right, something moved the room over to make it look like it was the far left one. I don't know why they would have done that, but there's a gap on the right side, and I don't think there was a gap before.
Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room. You and Clover. Only one of you was conscious.
Fi, please, stop joking around. I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up. She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Perhaps, but there was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he'd locked all the hatches.
Well, if he was telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after you two left. Which means...
Fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay? I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Wait a minute, please. Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
Exactly.
Well, because you figured we'd think that. And you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
That's not a logical argument. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt, but it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
No, but at the same time, yes. I don't know who the hell this woman is. I don't know what she is doing here. But it could be that... I'm going to follow the other game's logic and say that one of us is Zero. But that also could possibly mean maybe one of us aren't Zero, obviously, but they are someone who should be feared of because they're dangerous. I don't know. Like, maybe one of us actually killed that lady, and we either remember it while we're keeping secret about it, or we just don't remember it at all. And yeah, she was just put there Because, well, we couldn't just toss her away or something. I don't know. That's just my theory.
I guess.
I guess I should bow into a pose where you know that my body's open to you. And look, I'm wearing pink tiger bras. And oh, look, I'm not 14 anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense. If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to. I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Exactly. Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly, but now the unexpected has happened, and he says nothing. Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do, then he must know who killed the old woman. So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple.
Or maybe not.
The murderer is Zero. Or rather, Zero Senior, I suppose you could say. He likely ordered Zero Junior, the AI, to keep his identity hidden. If Zero Junior told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised. There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her, just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
Killing someone is just part of the game to him?
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I would assume so.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Whoa, what was that?
I don't know.
Well, one thing's for sure.
And
If
that
we don't
is-
go vote, something bad's going to happen.
Okay.
You see? Zero Junior ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Senior's plan.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Junior.
Why do you want to go back? It didn't say something like, oh, if we don't vote, we'll be penalized. It just said we'll be automatically chosen to ally.
After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
Fine. We'll be cautious about things and think people's going to betray us. God damn it. It's going to be one of those types of games. Warehouse A. We're really going in there. I kind of don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago. Huh? Wait. Fi, where'd you go?
Up here.
Up? Oh, where the hell is she? What the hell is she doing? Is she trying to open it? You must be really desperate to get high.
Seriously? That's the best you can do?
That's a great pun.
I was expecting something about how I jump at the first sign of trouble.
Whatever. What are you up to here anyway? Everybody's already gone into the AV rooms.
Yeah, well, there was something I wanted to check out.
And that
This
is
thing. Remember it?
the hatch?
Try opening it.
How'd I get up there? No luck. It won't budge.
Then that means this AB room is locked down tight. No one could get in.
You're talking about whoever killed that old lady, aren't you?
Yeah.
You still think it's Kay, huh? Well, like Clover said, if Zero Senior is the killer, then it wouldn't matter if we could open this hatch or not.
I know. I just wanted to be sure.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go. I imagine Algernon's waiting for us.
He's a rabbit. Eldranon. Alright, so this is gonna be a big choice in the game, I bet.
Look, there's something on the screen.
Yeah, you're right. The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter the vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you have entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again until the polling period has finished. Okay. Oh! I remember reading one of those file things, and it said how the doors open vertically, not horizontally. But it's talking about the chromatic doors, not these. I thought it meant these. I'm like, oh, this opens up. How? There's not enough space for it to go up. But no, it means the chromatic doors.
Astute observation.
Wait, what did he say? Oh, hi.
Everybody's finally here!
Oh, he said, well, it looks like there's no going back now. Okay.
I've been waiting.
So have we. We've got some questions for you, Zero. Who was that old wood?
Oh! Will all of you please stop bombarding me with questions? The
All?
other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy. I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof, but B.O. is especially loud. For real, B.O. I need you to shut up. There isn't much time. I gotta hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done. So, no more questions from now on.
Yes, sir.
No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait.
Ooh, who's a good buddy?
Now, let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the AB game.
Oh my god, puns.
Since it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent.
Let me guess, our opponent's Luna because we teamed up with her.
But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody. Each round will be a one-on-one battle.
Yeah.
Mono a mono.
I was
or
worried about that.
Mono a womano.
I was wondering why they were pairing solos and it just clicked. I'm like, oh, that's why. Yeah.
Well, there are two people in each pair, aren't there? So it'll be more of a 2-on-1 battle, I guess. Now, I imagine you're all wondering who your opponent is going to be. It's actually really easy. You'll be competing against whoever you paired up with to go through the chromatic doors.
Fuck.
For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with Mooney and went through the magenta door, didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against Mooney. And it goes the other way too. Mooney's opponent will be Siggy and Fido.
Huh, that's funny. Lunar eclipse as in Luna the moon, and so Mooney. I just realized that.
Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy will be a lass.
Potassium? Are you kidding me? Why is he potassium? Is K like meaning potassium? I don't know.
And B.O. and Quirk's enemy will be Tenmeoldy. Well, I guess enemy isn't really the right word, is it? After all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally.
What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all.
First, I want everybody to focus on the screen on the device in the back of the room. You should see a ally.
All you guys have to do is pick!
Just pick one of those easy
Shut up.
options.
You should see A, ally, and B, betray on it. Do you? Yeah, I do.
Your BP will go up or down, depending on what you pick. It's a little complicated, and some of you are a little slow. So, I made this handy chart. The plus and minus are from your point of view.
Alright.
So, let's say you choose ally, and so does your opponent.
You're +2.
You'll get 2 BP, and so will they. And you'll all get a nice warm, fuzzy feeling inside. We call that the best pals outcome.
Oh my god, they have names.
Just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? Next is what you get if you choose ally, but your opponent chooses to betray.
-2.
If that happens, you lose 2 BP, and they get 3. We call that the stupid jerk face outcome.
Somebody did that to me, I'd skin them and stew them with some taters.
The third choice is the opposite of that. It's when you choose betray, but your nice, innocent opponent chooses ally. This time, you're the one who gets 3 BP, and they're the one who loses 2. We call that the serves them right outcome. I mean, what were they thinking? Choosing ally was a stupid choice, and there's nothing for you to feel guilty about.
That's cruel.
And finally, the very last scenario. This is when you choose betray, and so does your opponent. If that happens, neither of you gets or loses anything. Absolutely zero change in BP.
Huh?
Boring.
What do you call it?
We call this the why even bother outcome. As the game master here, this is the situation I want to avoid the most.
You're probably wondering about the pairs, aren't you? Well, let me explain. Remember how I told you that both people in a pair share a destiny? Well, that applies here too. The two of you only get one vote. You get to choose once between ally or betray.
That doesn't mean you split your points, though.
You both get 3 points, or lose 2 points, or... In other words, what you see on this chart is what you get.
Alright then.
Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules.
Well, actually, there's a little bit more. But
It'll just have to wait, I guess. After all, it's almost time!
Hey,
No.
wait!
I won't wait and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It is time!
Ambidex game.
1
2 minutes?
minute
Oh, 1 minute.
remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later! Have a nice trouble.
I thought it was have a nice trader.
We don't have time to talk about this. Choose betray.
Wait, why? You're kidding! You really want me to betray Luna?
We don't know if she'll ally or not. If we choose ally and she chooses betray, we're screwed. That's a loss of 2 points.
Let me guess, you're saying, oh, choose betray because then we either lose nothing or we gain 3? No, I'm choosing ally.
You tell me, Sigma. What's 3 minus 2?
What kind of idiot do you think I am? It's 1.
Exactly. If our BP gets down to 1, it's over. So...
Wait, what do you mean by it's over?
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
just press the damn button!
You're hiding something. Yeah, you've been suspicious from the get-go. I mean, how'd you know my name? Or how about we found that old lady's body? You didn't even blink. Almost like you knew she'd be here. Look, I don't want to believe it, but did you... Are you...
Fine. If you won't do it, then I...
Don't think so. I'm not gonna move until you give me some answers. If I don't do anything, I will just vote ally for us anyway. So let's hear it. What are you hiding? What's it's over supposed to mean?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
When your BP hits 0, you die.
Oh. Oh, okay. That's fine. Don't
That's
worry.
what I meant.
1.
I'm choosing ally. He just instantly turns around. Your vote has been recorded.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
She's gonna be cross. As Fire and I stepped out of the AV room, I could see the others running towards the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Temioji was left behind, whose footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that?
What was that, Sigma? Don't play dumb.
Huh?
You chose ally.
Yeah?
Didn't you hear me? I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
Yeah, I heard you. A whole second before the deadline. How can you expect me to think anything through that quick? It would have taken like half a second just to process what you said.
No, you could have done it. The brain's processing power increases during a crisis. It starts working so fast that a second can seem like an eternity. Your brain was doing that right before time ran out, wasn't it? Well, am I wrong?
What the hell are you talking about? Okay, fine, let's be generous and say hypothetically that you're right about the crisis overclocking thing. How would you know whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull while I wasn't looking? You just wedge a microscope in there and have a look at my neurons? Let me be straight with you. Your shit is whack, like hella whack. I mean, you just know stuff you shouldn't. Stuff like my name, or how if your BP hits 0 you die. You told me you don't know why, but more and more I'm starting to think you've been lying to me.
Yo, what's up?
Siggy!
Fido!
What the
Hey,
fuck?
What are you kids doing over there?
Oh my god, okay, that's the best part of the game so far.
We're about to announce the results.
Let's go.
Yeah, what's
Time to
up?
see what the results are.
Fido!
Maybe it's different this time.
Wait, this time? What kind of morphogenetic field shit are you on? Okay, it's already proven Fi's got access to the morphogenetic field in some kind of way. But, which version of Fi is this? Is she a receiver? She has to be a receiver. She has to be somehow communicating to another version of herself, maybe? Maybe an alternate reality version of herself, and she's seeing something and believes it reality? So she thinks this is like a deja vu moment? I don't even understand anymore. Hey, Fi, hold on. God damn it.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally.
Let's get ready to rock!
Yay!
Amberdex Game!
I opened my mouth when he said game. I'm trying to say game, but I don't want to talk because...
Round one!
Oh my god.
The results!
This is gonna be
If
interesting.
everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Here we go. Ooh. Hi. Alright, so Kay, Clover, and Alice. Bitch. Ooh! Ooh! Luna! Oh my god, you dicks. You. Clover betrayed Alice? Kay had to do that. Kay had to have done that. Oh, what? And Quark knows Tamioji. Dio probably did that bit. Oh my god. Oh, this is just dead. I want to stay with Luna from now on. I want to stay with Luna. Oh, I don't like this. I do not like this. This game's scary. At least we've got 5. Alright.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Ho, 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 ho. Thanks, Luna.
Oh no, it's nothing. You don't have to thank me.
I want to see everyone else's expressions. I want to see what Slutty Clover wants to say.
I only did what anybody would have done. I believed in you and Fi.
When Luna glanced away, I threw Fi what could only be described as a smug grin. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away unperturbed. I was about to press the issue when I heard Tamioji's voice.
Quark, what happened?
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah, it was Dio.
Mr. Dio tricked me. He told me he'd pick Ally. He promised. That's why I let him do the voting.
Is this true, Dio?
Are you serious? This kid's full of shit.
What?
I didn't do squat. Quark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote.
Liar.
You wanna know what he told me?
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio. Grandpa's gonna choose to ally for sure, 'cause I'm his opponent on this one. I think we should betray. To be honest, I'm getting kinda tired of that grumpy old bastard. He's had a good life, but it's time for him to go. What do you say we leave the old fart here and leave? I've got a plan. See? Don't worry about me. I'll just tell him you tricked me. He'll believe whatever I tell him. Besides, if he still trusts me, that'll make it easier to use him again later. What do you say, Mr. Dio? Pretty good plan, huh? Alright, let's do it.
You're lying! I never should have trusted you! Dio! You're a lying jerk!
Sure, kid, keep whining. See if I care.
Grandpa, you believe me, right?
Don't let this brat fool you, old man. All of this is just part of his plan.
You bastard! I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
That's enough, Quark. Don't lose your temper. How long have I known you? I could be deaf and blind, and I'd still know if you were lying to me.
Really?
You're just as gullible as he said you'd be. Hook, line, and sinker. Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
Wow, Quark is a dick.
It's all right. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
It looked as though another argument had taken place while Quark and Deer were fighting. Whatever it had been about appeared to have resolved itself.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game. Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Oh, yeah. I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right, you are. So, let me just close
Yeah, one's definitely moved.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the moon round.
And I'm guessing that's in the two... Well, no, actually, it'd be like more of an hour and 20 minutes time because it's been 40 minutes since we opened the rooms because there was a 40-minute countdown.
Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Moon cards. Doesn't that mean we can't use the cards anymore since they've got suns on them?
Yes, indeedy. Now,
You'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on.
Of course. You could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth, winning and losing points. After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5, round 100, round 2000. You might even go all the way up to round 24,009,004,897. Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know.
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like you have to have 3 people exactly?
Yeah? So?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Are the rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Siggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
What? What do you
Well,
mean?
You can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But wait, hold on a minute. Do these things even come off?
No, yes!
They do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's two ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, B.O. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do!
Oh, well. I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really.
You just need to die.
You die.
Yep, just say it out loud. You die. Do.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right?
Kind of.
Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep. When someone dies on a TV show.
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Or you just cut off your arm, which stops it from being able to detect the stuff.
Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round. Oops. I guess it's not going to be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything? Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game. There. That's pretty clear, right? If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be 10 mealdy or less. One or the other. Or... it might be both of them.
Wait, what?
Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is.
You mean the needles in that bracelet's gonna activate and we'll die?
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
So if I had been right. But now but how had she known before Zero told us?
I see. Alice and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
Yep.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Sorry's not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well...
Is there anything else you've conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew, right? Right, Fido?
Huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
I took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people as long as they had the right bracelets. The bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left the building or if your heart stopped. If your BP hit 0, the needles in your bracelet would activate, killing you.
Uh-oh. One last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait, you've already got those bracelets. Have a look. The color's changed, hasn't it?
Oh, I'm cyan now. I changed from red to cyan.
Me too. Mine's cyan now.
Mine too.
Okay, I'm paired with Alice.
Wait, I guess the colors weren't the only thing that changed. It switched from pair to solo.
You're right.
Mine is now a solo as well.
Yep, looks like mine's changed too. I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm still a pair.
The three of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow. And it still says solo. Fi, you and Dio are yellow now too,
Huh?
right?
Yeah.
Fi and deer.
Looks like I'm a pair.
Fider, deer.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed.
Okay.
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random.
Yeah, it's not. They did move it. There's a crane up there. Oh my god, you idiots.
No rules or anything! Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu. Sadly, we may never meet again.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here, right? I'll never see you guys again. Did you really think I was gonna cry?
Huh?
Nah, 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 nah. Suckers! As if I'd cry over you dummies!
What the? You fucking dick.
You mad? Oh. Anyway, good luck. I may be gone, but I'm always watching. Maybe I'll see you again someday. Have a nice tragedy.
I thought I was traitor.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Yeah, it looks like about 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking. And if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so. Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Damn, how the hell did I end up here? Why? Why me? Try as I might, I couldn't think of anything I've done that could have landed me in Zero's game. I hadn't pissed anyone off, at least not this bad. I didn't owe anybody money, and my family certainly wasn't rich. If anyone was hoping to get a fat ransom payout from me, they were going to be very disappointed. Obviously, I wasn't the kind of genius, nor was I an Olympic athlete, and I certainly hadn't been chosen by God to fulfill some great purpose on his earth. Well, at least if I was, I didn't know yet. Had I started a fire with a frightening and mysterious new religion? No. Had I hacked into some terrorist group server? No. Had I witnessed an assassination? No. Had I gotten wasted and had a one-night stand with the mistress of a prominent politician? Well, yes, but it was just the one time. She was the one who went after me. Anyway, I was just an ordinary college student. If there was a reason I'd been abducted and put into the Nonary Game, I sure couldn't see it. Why was this happening to me? I thought back to what I'd been doing right before I was taken. The memories were still a little blurry, but they were there. December 25th, 2028, early morning, California desert. The moon was beautiful. I just finished writing a paper due that day and was heading to the car for the research building. The parking lot was empty and a bright moon cast sharp shadows across the chilly pavement. The last time I looked at the clock, it had said it was 2 in the morning, which meant that today was Christmas Day. So why was I at school, typing away feverishly on Christmas? There were 3 reasons. First, my home computer had suddenly decided to eat shit. When I hit the power button, I just got nothing. I didn't have the time to spend all night troubleshooting the stupid thing, so I headed back to the campus and used one of the school machines. Second, the professor in charge of my research group was a Buddhist. Christmas didn't appear to have any sort of significance to him, and part of me couldn't shake the thought that he was trying to make some kind of point. Third, my girlfriend had broken up with me a week before. I'm sorry, I didn't think we should see each other again anymore. Goodbye. All I got was that one cold email. Try as I might, I couldn't even get in touch with her. Of course, that meant I wouldn't be attending the party we'd been planning on going to. Somehow, I didn't think drinking by myself around a bunch of happy couples would really be a good idea. At any rate, I'd stayed up all night to finish my paper and emailed it off to my professor before the sun began to rise. As I walked across the parking lot, I felt light. Perhaps it was the relief of finishing my paper, or perhaps it was the 5 energy drinks I chugged to stay awake. Perhaps it was both. I slid into my car and stuck the key into the ignition after only 2 tries. I twisted the key. Wow, I look good. You look very strong and very sturdy as well. Check out that cool shirt I have on. Oh, is that an A symbol with a circle around it, like some kind of A-Team reference? Wow. I thought it was a pentagram for a second there. I thought it was some kind of satanic Buddhist. I think that's a word. No, I think that's the wrong word. I'm 2 rods together. Some kind of satanic heretic. That's it. Nothing happened. Wow, that lit up. Huh? I jiggled the key in the slot and tried again. And again. And again. On the 5th try, the engine made an odd creaking noise, like metal and metal, and fell silent. Oh boy. God damn it, you stupid piece of shit. I screamed and pounded on the steering wheel, but nothing worked. The console was about to get a visit from my fist when... Whoa! God damn it, Akane! Huh? What? What the hell is this? Why is my car smoking? I clawed at the door and for a moment I thought that it was just my panic and lack of sleep that were keeping me from opening it. It wasn't long before I realized the truth. Shit, open, goddammit. What was going on? My mind was racing, trying desperately to puzzle out what was happening, through a haze of fear and caffeine-fueled neuron misfires. That was when I saw it. Just a glimpse in the rear-view mirror, but I was certain there was someone behind my car. I spun around as fast as a very tired college student sitting in a car can. Akane! Who's there? My vision started to swim as the smoke filled the car. The more of it I inhaled, the heavier my body felt. I could already feel the world starting to get dark. The last of my strength failed, and I collapsed sideways into the passenger seat. My eyes slowly drooped close. Yep, that's why we're here. When they opened again, I was in the AB room with Fi. Why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity. But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kay had said, we needed to at least try and find another way out. So I shook my head to clear it and stood up straight and headed off. Oh, we can choose. Well, either way, I'm going to take a break here since we actually have a choice here. I have been playing since the start of the game today, so that's possibly around 3 to 4 hours. I don't know, but it's felt like a while. This is the same day I finished 9 hours 9 Persons 9 Doors on, so I played a lot of Nonary, the Nonary game. My head is really tired, but otherwise, if I'm right, I should be able to save. I'm gonna have a look at the flowchart, and it turns out there's only 9 endings. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's for every single character. I don't know though. Oh, 2 hours and 50 minutes, so nearly 3 hours. But there's also, if I remember right, there's bad endings, and there's somewhat, I think there's like 2 endings per character. I don't know why there's 2 endings per character, but there's like different paths you can go through. One's a good ending for them, and one's a bad ending for them, or something like that, and you basically get more details about those characters from their pasts. And then there are just plain old bad endings. So I really want to get all the endings. So the flowchart's really going to help me with that. So let's look at the flowchart. Yeah. This is amazing. Holy crap, look at this. Look at this. Oh my god, we're going to get a choice right here. So that's going to be interesting. And this is if we chose ally. If we chose betray, we'd be going down such a long path, and I don't even know why. Like, we would completely skip this door choice, it looks like. It looks like we would have skipped this door choice and just gone down. Maybe we would have went into a door automatically, like the 3 door, we automatically went to the 2 door in 999. Or maybe we just skip going through the doors automatically because something happens and then we have a choice. But I don't know. It could be something else completely. It could be just something big happens and then we choose a door. I don't know. Holy crap. Ho ho ho. And if I'm right, the left one means ally and the right one means betray. So if we chose ally here, that leads into something big as well. Maybe because the other people chose betray? I don't know. That's going to be awesome when we figure that out though. So yeah, I've saved. I'm going to save again just to make sure I have saved. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this so far. See ya.